I just want to say, I like that we're starting with this topic.
Yeah.
This is legendary.
Yeah.
This feels really awesome because no matter what, let me tell you something. Nico and I have been friends since 5 years old.
You should put up that picture that I sent you. Yeah.
So, which one? I don't know.
The one that was like from 2014 and had like resolution like it was taken yesterday.
I looked horrendous in that thing. I look younger now than I did in that picture. I looked like I went through the ringer.
Yeah, man.
But no, this is awesome because even with these like canned Fortnite videos, this is kind of stuff that once this is up, I'm gonna be able to at any age for the rest of my life
go back, and that's the nice thing about the digital footprint. That's one of the good things about it is like, you know, you're documenting parts of your life and stuff. Like I've had other people in my life, like older people who are like, you guys are lucky that you have all this stuff. Like you can go back and watch a concert that you went to like 2 years ago on YouTube, or you can take all these pictures and you have all these pictures on your phone, whereas like years ago you like in our parents' time, you'd have to have like a photo album or like a bucket full of pictures and stuff, right? Or let's say your basement floods and all those pictures are gone, you never get them back, right? But now you have everything on your phone or your computer, and you have all these memories you're able to look back on, which is very nice.
Yeah.
We'll start with the mic up here, talking into it normal, and like throughout the podcast, because it's an hour, it just drifts away because they don't want to hold it. Half the time it ends up down fucking here, you can't hear them in the video.
Oh, actually?
So yeah, you want to hold
I'll keep it like...
Yeah, you hold it respective level. You're not trying to fucking yank into it. Yeah.
Oh, fuck. How much these mics cost you?
$250.
No, they didn't.
Actually?
No. What color you want?
Delete?
Look behind you.
I'm red?
Right now.
I'm like
A villain.
Like I'm coming in, like I'm coming to fight or something.
You want to be blue?
I'm an Elden Ring invader.
You want to be...
How do I look in blue?
Try to check the camera.
Wait, put it back to blue.
Yeah. It looks good.
Yeah.
Blue it is. Your favorite color is red, though, right?
No, lately it's been blue.
Lately
it's been blue.
There you
Can I
go.
hold it with my left hand, Troy, or my right hand?
Best friend test was the last time we filmed together. You remember that?
right hand.
This hand?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Are we starting?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going.
Roll into it, like the Nelk Boys.
Oh, so all that is gonna okay. Even the
I'll cut that out if you want.
oh,
Up
well,
to you.
I just did it again. So
Up to you. I'll keep the camera on me. Don't worry, guys. Pride Month is over, but we're still keeping up the festivities.
all right. Well, yeah. It's am I on? Am I good to go?
Talking.
Hello.
You're good.
All right.
Welcome to the podcast, Nico.
Nice to see you, man.
Absolutely.
It's, I've been sat here for the last hour and a half and tried to avoid talking to you,
Well,
but
we're officially online.
yeah. It's it's probably be a bit of like a catch-up conversation, but no, I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be part of this.
Absolutely.
So yeah, you were saying last time we filmed here, we were like, what was that, grade 8?
It was I think grade 8 at the latest, right?
Yeah, I think it was grade 8. So how old were we then? We were
13. I got a method for that. By the way, it's the grade plus 5 is the age.
oh,
Like, okay,
and that's why you go to U of T.
there, yeah, for useless shit like that. Yeah, absolutely. But since you're January,
Yeah.
I'm October.
Yeah.
You always had the older year, but it's plus 5 is the base, and then for the older kids it's 15 and 16, and for younger it's 14 and 15.
Okay.
Sorry. What did I say? 13.
What?
Okay, so grade 8. Let me walk you
yeah.
through this. Grade 8. If you're trying to find the age of an 8th grader,
Why
do.
would I be doing that?
if we were trying to refer back to when we last filmed together,
Yeah.
you take the grade plus 5,
Yep.
which is 13,
Yep.
and then if you have an early birthday,
Yep.
meaning before the summer, means you were 13 and 14 in grade 8.
Yeah.
If you have a late birthday like I do, you are 12 and 13 in grade 8.
You always like think of these things. You always like, I don't know. Either way,
It just happens too much.
Carter and I, when we were younger, we had YouTube channels that so we'd like to film. I did like skits and little things like that on mine, and Carter had. How would you describe your content as a kid?
That's a great question. I made a whole lot of nothing.
No, that's not true. It was
Random videos.
I feel like you definitely were inspired a lot by the popular YouTube creators at the time.
Yeah.
And like your favorite, like Danocracy and stuff like that. But no, we filmed quite a lot, and this was actually something I was thinking about bringing up. Was like, I don't know about you, but at that time and age, that was like my career dream, right? Was to be a filmmaker of some sorts, be a director, because we did it all the time.
Yeah.
And it was just something I had like fallen in love with, was like being behind the camera and envisioning something and bringing that to life was something I always just really liked.
Yeah.
And it was something I found we did very well together. Like when we did that project for English class.
That I did.
What was that book called? Benson? No, that's that singer.
Yeah. Benson Boone.
Yeah, that's a singer.
Oh, it's something Boone though.
Yeah, was it Theodore Boone?
Theo Boone? Theodore.
Something
That sounds
like that.
right.
He was like a child lawyer.
Yeah.
Something. Was that what it was?
I don't really remember, but I remember the video.
But yeah, so we spent the whole weekend here with Troy filming, and we murdered Troy a couple times and beat him with books and stuff. But we had wigs and costumes and all sorts of stuff, and had a whole script written out. It was good, and I think it turned out very well on in class in front of everyone. Yeah,
I agree.
It was a lot of fun.
I think it absolutely blew out Andy, Nick, and Seb's video for
Yes, it did.
in different ways.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, maybe comedic effect. They had it.
Yeah,
but
ours was very serious. I think it was very well done for a bunch of. What grade were we in? Would that been 7th grade?
7, yeah.
So we're 7 plus 5, so we were 12.
That's right.
Yeah.
You might have been 13.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
because I was born January, right? Because the math.
there you go.
Yeah.
I just want to say, I like that we're starting with this topic.
Yeah.
This is legendary.
Yeah.
This feels really awesome because no matter what, let me tell you something. Nico and I have been friends since 5 years old.
You should put up that picture that I sent you. Yeah.
So, which one? I don't know.
The one that was like from 2014 and had like resolution, like it was taken yesterday.
I looked horrendous in that thing. I look younger now than I did in that picture. I looked like I went through the ringer.
Yeah, man.
But no, this is awesome because even with these like canned Fortnite videos, this is kind of stuff that once this is up, I'm gonna be able to at any age for the rest of my life
go back, and that's the nice thing about the digital footprint. That's one of the good things about it, is like, you know, you're documenting parts of your life and stuff. Like I've had other people in my life, like older people, who are like, you guys are lucky that you have all this stuff. Like you can go back and watch a concert that you went to like 2 years ago on YouTube, or you can take all these pictures, and you have all these pictures on your phone, whereas like years ago you like in our parents' time, you'd have to have like a photo album or like a bucket full of pictures and stuff, right? Or let's say your basement floods and all those pictures are gone, you never get them back, right? But now you have everything on your phone or your computer, and you have all these memories that you're able to look back on, which is very nice.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. Sometimes I feel like, obviously, like the grass is always greener, it seems. I feel like sometimes I take that for granted. Sometimes I'm like, I just want to live in the moment. This seems unnatural to have my whole life documented in my device.
I agree with that too. It's nice to be present. Yeah.
But yeah, no, obviously, like this is the kind of thing, like I can't imagine, like nostalgia. This is like literally you can relive nostalgia. Obviously, we're living in this moment right now, but like years down the line, the feeling of just like remembering things, but then also you're able to go back and watch it physically. Now that kind of raises the question of does documenting your memories from the video kind of alter the reality of what happened? Because without video, let's say, your nostalgia was everything. It was how you were feeling at the time, not just at the concert, but also in your life. What was the smell of the stadium or the place you were at? How was like the vibe, everything? But when you go and relive it, all you have is the visual. of the 9:16.
Well, nothing's
ratio.
going to be the same as the moment you lived it, right? So I think like it's like going back and looking back at the video or whatever that instance may be, it's more so just for the memory. I mean, obviously it's best to be present when you're doing that in the moment. Like let's say if you went on vacation, right? Mm-hmm. Months later or years later, it's nice to look back and be like, oh, well, yeah, we did that. That was awesome. That was a great time. I loved that. And I think looking at those pictures and stuff can spark those memories and those
feelings.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's completely fair. Something I will say, you were very kind to not bring it up, but the video that we did make, that we spent the whole weekend on, that was one of our proudest collaborations.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was a bitch as a kid. Okay.
This wasn't the only time it happened.
Really?
Continue what you're saying.
I'll tell this, but then you tell me this other time.
I will. Just continue.
And I was very much, I don't know. I guess I internalized all of the fears of my mom, because if she my parents were very strict on don't use your last name. Like for the longest time I was Carter Alexander on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then obviously now Carter Ponce, it's Instagram, whatever. I've kind of put that information out there. Most people.
But you were a young kid. I feel like that makes sense. You were putting out YouTube videos and stuff. It makes sense for your parents to want to protect your identity and stuff. So yeah,
that does make sense. Yeah, I wasn't even going to use my first name for to this day, my YouTube account, like what I watch videos on, the email that's used for it is Nathan Hansen. That's the name. So that was my.
Who's Nathan Hansen?
Who the fuck knows? That was my pseudonym.
Okay.
For YouTube, because I wasn't even gonna be able to use Carter, but then I convinced them to use the first name at least. Anyways.
Yeah.
In the video, we filmed in front of this house, and it showed my.
Oh yeah. But we weren't posting it on YouTube or anything.
I think it was on YouTube.
No. We just had it on a file and we showed it to the class. Or did you upload it to YouTube?
I think it was on YouTube. That's where we.
Oh, you're right, because I remember we had that discussion afterwards, and we were trying to figure out how to blur it and stuff, and we couldn't figure it out. There was the house address, your mom's license plate, some other stuff, and we were concerned about that.
So I think I overreacted. I just wiped the video off. I don't know,
And he didn't have the files anymore.
Yeah, and it was gone forever.
The video is gone forever. It'll never be found.
I have the trailer.
Yeah, I have the trailer as well. Yeah. That's it. That's that 1 minute trailer.
How long was the video?
I think it was 15, 20 minutes. It was a whole short film. It was I remember it being very well done. It was. It was very good.
See, that's the kind of thing. Once again, let me formally apologize here.
Yeah, and then we copied Higa's videos, and we went and did the park horse at the park.
And delete that too?
We spent a whole day of filming, and you just got rid of it.
Why?
I don't know. You
edited it.
You edited it and everything, and you were like, nah, and you just deleted it. I was like, okay, that's all that time.
And I lost that. That sounds like a sore loser move too.
Yeah, you did lose.
These cameras will overheat likely.
Can we cut that?
Sure. These cameras will overheat likely in about 20 minutes. So we're going to have to take a break for 5.
Do we have to put an ice pack on them?
I never thought about that. It's not a bad idea.
It's just duct tape. Just pour some water on it.
That's not a bad idea either. Yeah, I was thinking of doing a fan, but I feel like the fan would get in the way of the audio.
Yeah, most likely.
So,
is it just those type of cameras?
I think so. But yeah, I bought new batteries too, so we can go for longer times now. The episodes can be longer. This might be a long episode.
Okay. Yeah. So, I will sit here all day, and you can just cut out the parts that are boring, and we can just talk. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Carter and I haven't seen each other in
how long is it?
A year, probably a year. It was last summer. I think the last time I saw you was when we went paintball.
Is that true?
I believe so.
I think that's true. That's crazy.
Yeah, that was last summer.
Why has it not felt like that long?
No, it never feels that long.
No.
And it feels like I just saw you last week, and I don't know. I'm always able to just come sit down and talk with you. And like even like your brother and your mom, they just feel like second family to me. Like I don't know. It's always just it's I don't know if that's weird.
No.
But yeah, I don't know.
That's a sign of a true friendship, I would say. And I was saying that we were talking about like close friends.
Yeah.
And my mom's asking like, who would be your groomsman? You had to basically say like if you had to get 3 guys on the, what is it? What's the stage you get married on?
Altar? Is that it?
Sure, yeah, the altar.
Sure.
Yeah. So, obviously, like, no question, every time year after year, I'm like, Nico's there.
Yeah.
Nico's there. I don't care if I haven't talked to him in 9 months.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Course.
So, it's funny. There was a clip of that in the Fortnite videos we made.
Oh, is there?
Of you being like, yeah, it's nice that we could just always get back together and, you know, even though we haven't talked to each other in so long, we just kind of like, you know, make jokes, and then you hear in the background Andy's like, yeah, I'll be like, Nick, your girl's beat.
I was going to say, I'm sure that was followed up with some sort of insult. Yeah.
Not on you, but on Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, last time I saw you was paintball last summer. It was you, Andy, and my sister and I. We went. I don't know if you remember. Do you remember the war damage I took home after that day?
There were bruises. Where were your bruises?
I'll explain the story. So,
okay.
So we went.
We got
there.
annihilated.
We went there, and it was a long weekend. I think. Yeah, it was like the Monday of a long weekend, and there was like nobody there. So we get there, and it was a team. The other team was a bunch of guys who worked there, who were off for the day. And then it was us 4, right? So you, Andy, myself, and my sister, and some single dad, I think, and his 2 kids. They were like maybe like 9 and 12 or something, right? So a few matches go by. These guys, the other team, their guns were like, I think they were like souped up or something. Like they were hitting like really hard.
Yeah.
Like I've been to paintball a couple times, but that time was bad.
Yeah.
Like, they was hurting. And then this kid, he comes running around the corner. He's like crying. So I figured I'd like pop around the corner and like hit the guy. And I'm gonna say hit because I guess you can't say pow pow.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So I thinking I'm gonna hit this guy because he hit the kid.
Yeah.
And the kid was crying. So I turned the corner, and the guy was standing literally like right here, and I didn't know what to do, and I just threw my arm up like this, and he just lit up my whole armpit. I had like 6 big welts, like maybe 3 inches diameter on my armpit.
Damn.
Yeah, it was bad. And those scars were there till like maybe Christmas.
Jeez.
I think. Yeah, they were there a long time.
Because that's a sensitive area too.
Yeah, it was bad. Also, I don't know if you ever go to war, you don't want to be with Carter because I was following you. I was running after you. Like we were going behind this like bus or something.
Okay.
And you just like ran. There was a guy in the bus, I guess, and you just ran away. Didn't tell me anything, and he just like lit me up in like the top of the head.
I feel like I remember that, but I feel like I had a reason that I didn't tell you. I think I didn't want to give away.
You were just like, he's gonna die, but it's okay. I'll live. And you just left me there.
I didn't remember that. Did I actually know there was people in the bus?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
In my head, you betrayed me.
For me, let me tell you who betrayed me. Andy betrayed me. You know why? Andy, we decided to flank on, I don't even remember which one it was.
I think I remember this. Yeah.
I was like, Andy, follow me. So we went up like, I can't describe the course. I don't even remember. But we, I think it was the one where there was the 2 wooden towers across a bridge. Do you remember that?
Yeah. The big wooden bases, and you had to go raise the flag.
Yeah. So we were at the bottom tower, and we were going up. There was like a little divot where we could walk up. You remember that?
Yep.
So I was like, Andy, follow me.
It was like a trench, right?
Yeah. So Andy and I were going. We got all the way up to the top near their tower. We saw some guys, and I was like, we got to push this. And I was taking the lead. Yeah. Andy,
I was behind you guys. Was this when we got the flag?
No, I think this was like the last round.
Okay.
I went to push it. I was like, Andy, are you with me? He's like, yes. and then I go in. I'm ducking like this, and because I'm on this angle, because I'm trying to get low, my head is completely exposed to the shooters. And then I run.
Hitters.
Both guys turn around. Oh, shit. Bleep that out. Both guys turn around, light me up. One in my bicep, which actually ended up looking pretty gangster on video. Yeah. And then one right at the top of my head. I had a nice big goosebump.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. You had the big goose egg right on your
Exactly.
head,
And then I turn around and I'm like, oh, my God, they must have got my boy. How's Andy doing? And he's nowhere to be found, still behind the guard.
Well, to be fair, that was the second time we tried that. Because the first time, we were down on the bottom base, and we ran around the trench up. We literally just booked it.
Yeah.
And they went the opposite way just by chance, and then we just ran into their base and raised a flag, and we were fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did you take any close range shots?
Yeah, to the armpit.
How far was he?
He was like 2 feet from me.
Oh,
he was literally like.
That's not good.
Yeah.
I took a close range to the thigh. There's some meat there. I can't imagine taking one to the armpit.
Yeah.
That was fun.
But paintball was a lot of fun. If you've never gone, you should go play paintball and hurt yourself. It's a good time.
I'm not gonna lie. It's fun reminiscing.
Yeah.
When I was leaving, I was not having fun because we got shit on every game.
Okay,
did we even win once?
No, I don't think we did.
Yeah.
But like I said, it was a team full of guys who work there. They just do that every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like I don't know. Like I've been like 2 times before that, and it was better. I wasn't just getting hurt nonstop. Yeah. But no, it's a lot of fun. I haven't been since. But
Neither.
Yeah.
Neither. For some reason, I'd be down to go again. Even though
I would be down. I bought a gun, and I've only I bought a Super Soaker.
Yeah.
And I've only used it that one time when we went last summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. Do you still have the paintballs?
Yeah, I still got the box full of paintballs. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Sweet. That's cool. Yeah, we could do that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We didn't touch on it too much, but let's just go back to the YouTube videos.
Yeah, okay.
So I remember.
Yeah. I feel like that's gonna happen a lot. I'm gonna get like distracted and like bring up new topics.
Always can go full circle.
Right,
Try to circle back.
Yeah. We did right back to the beginning of the video. I feel like now I understand Bert Kreischer when I watch his podcast, where he just like talks about something for 30 minutes, then goes back to the topic he was originally talking about. Yeah. We did the last video we filmed together was the best friend tag. Was that what it was called?
Yep.
Yeah, that was here at your house. That was in the summer, just after grade 8, I believe.
Yep.
And yeah, I think that was the last thing we ever filmed together. So this is nice. This is
right over at
refreshing.
that table.
Yeah, right over there at that table. Yeah.
So it was a good time. And
it was just something we both enjoyed doing, and I feel like it was like almost every other weekend you'd come over to my place and we'd come up with something like nothing like pre-planned or prepared. You just come over and we'd like come up with something and we'd do it. I liked making skits or like trying to like come up with something. Looking back now, they're kind of cringy and not very funny. Like the Canadian stereotypes video we did where
that was good.
I made you, or was it you or no? I did it. I poured ketchup onto a regular plain chip because we didn't have any ketchup chips.
Yeah.
And I just like ate this like ketchup chip and I poured maple syrup into a shot glass.
Yeah.
And drank it all.
This is great. This is the thing is that I feel like I've lost, maybe this is not just me. I feel like most people lose creativity with age.
Yeah, I think it's more so your what is that word?
I mean, when you're older, you're not able to think about as much useless shit. You got to focus in. You know what I mean?
But not like naivety, but like
innocence.
Innocence, yeah. You kind of lose that childhood innocence as you grow older, and the world isn't as interesting, I feel like. Well, not that it's not interesting, but I feel like you just, as a kid, there's just so much to think about and to explore. And I don't know, I think. And then as you get older, you just kind of get a little more serious.
I think there's more.
I try to stay keep that little bit of a child in my heart and be a little goofy and stupid sometimes. But yeah.
There's less unknown when you get older, I think.
Yeah. And I don't know. It's a good question.
I feel like this is another thing I always think about having kids. I can't wait. It's gonna be awesome. I asked you on best friend tag.
Yeah.
How many kids you want? Or
3.
No,
was it 3 that I said?
Yeah, because I had to write the number. Of
Yeah,
kids
yeah.
that I thought you were gonna have, and you had to write the number for me, and I put up 3.
Yeah.
And you were like, "How did you know that?" I'm just like, "You seem like the kind of guy that wants 3 kids."
I saw a lady at the grocery store the other day with 3 kids. Like, they're all hanging off her cart like it's a jungle gym. And, like, it'd be nice. But, like, I feel like that's a lot of work.
That's fair. That's fair.
I think ideally, like, in a perfect world, yeah, probably still be 3, I think. But I got to make the big money for that. So
yeah, literally.
we'll see how it goes.
Isn't it? It's interesting also, something you don't think about as a kid is how I feel like money is so linked to freedom.
And then they say that money doesn't buy happiness, which it doesn't. But like that country song, I don't know if you heard it, it can buy you a boat, it can buy you a truck. It's like, yeah, I'd be pretty friggin' happy with a truck and a boat, and a jet ski and a cottage, and
like literally.
And without the financial stress, I feel like I'd be pretty happy without that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So this is the thing, is that it's not about materialism. It's about, if I want to have 3 kids, and if I don't have a good enough job, I won't be able to have 3 kids. That's like life changing.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean?
It is 100%. I mean, you still could have the 3 kids. It just, you'd have to be a lot stricter on things, and one of them might starve. But it's all right. You can always have 3 and let one go. That's a joke. I apologize.
Hey, we allow jokes on here. By the way.
I'd also, because your audience is mostly U of T students, right?
Yeah.
So I am a delinquent. No, I'm kidding. I'm not delinquent. I mean, sometimes. But I didn't go to school. Well, I guess technically, but I'm not technically a student.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to talk. I want to talk about that during this episode. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I just figured because they're going to think I'm like a stripper now or something if I don't continue what I was saying. I am a carpenter. Right out of high school, I started working in the trades, and I have an apprenticeship. So I don't know if like yes, I'm going to school, but I wouldn't say per se that I went to college.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't because you can go to like George Brown or something and do carpentry courses or home renovation courses, I believe. Or even the skilled trades college. You can go do pre-apprenticeship courses and things like that.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say like I've done schooling, but I wouldn't say I am a college student or something like that. Yeah. So the way it works for me is you work 1,800 hours on 4 different blocks. So you need to, I think it's like 8,500 hours or something like that, or 8,000. I don't exactly know the number, but and then you go to school for 2 months for each block. So there's 3 school blocks, so it's only 6 months of schooling in total.
Yeah.
But you have to work the 3 years or whatever, 4 years before you can get to that. And then after each hourly block is complete, so each 1,800 hours, you get a pay raise, which is nice too. And I don't know. I remember back in high school, like even in high school, I thought, well, I mean, in like grade 9 and stuff, I still wanted to be a filmmaker. That was my thing. But by like grade 10, 11, I've always done like labor work and stuff around the house and grew up doing that sort of stuff. So
We'll take a quick pause. That was the camera overheating.
Huh?
That was the camera just overheated, turned off.
Why does it do that, Kai?
Because, well, our audio is still working. We can do audio only pod.
Yeah.
So 5-minute break.
Oh, you're okay.
Literally just cut up. We're back.
You're back.
Quick break. Sorry, you were telling me. Your work.
About my work. Did I? Oh,
let's start it back from, you were saying that in grade 9 you still wanted to do movies, but once that's where you're at.
Yeah. So yeah, in grade 9 I still wanted to do movies, but like by grade 10, 11 I knew I wanted to do some sort of trade because I was used to doing a lot of labor work and stuff, like helping out with my parents and stuff growing up, and it was just something I like don't mind doing. Like it's like I like doing it. and my grandpa is a very handy guy and taught me a lot of things. So, is it grade 10 or 11 you do careers class?
Ooh, 10.
10? Yeah, I think it was, so yeah, grade 10. I did a project in careers class on carpenter. You just like find out all like average wages and stuff, and yeah, so that was just kind of what I wanted to do. And everybody was always like, oh, well, if you don't go to university, you don't go to college, you're not going to make it anywhere in life and stuff. Like a lot of people still have that mindset, which I disagree with. But like I don't think you have to go to post-secondary school to make something of yourself.
Yeah.
I disagree with that. I think, like, great for you. You're putting if you do decide to go to school and stuff, you're putting in that extra work. So in the long run, you're making more money. That's what I had this conversation with my sister the other day. Like, she has to do an extra 9 years of school that I do not have to do.
Yeah.
And she's paying all that more money every year. And but in the long run, she'll be making more money per year, whereas I'm kind of just getting a head start and making more money, starting making real money sooner.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like if it were to be like on some sort of chart, I feel like I'd be higher up in the beginning.
Yep.
And then eventually somewhere down the road they cross paths, and then the someone who's going to post-secondary schooling would advance at some point in the future, whereas I feel like I'm just getting a better head start. But no, I feel like the trades is a good opportunity if like you don't know what you want to do.
Yeah.
If you are smart and decide to go to the trades, I guarantee you'll be better off than like 80% the people there. There's a lot of people who work the trades who I don't know, maybe we should cut this, but yeah, there's a lot of not so smart people. But
okay, but let me ask you, what do you think is the biggest lever to be a successful tradesman? So there's a bunch of different things. You're saying if you're smart, you might be really well, but also like is it more beneficial in trades to be smart or to be hardworking or to be consistent?
Definitely the most important thing is your work ethic.
That's number one.
And a lot of younger people that I see don't have it.
Oh, really?
They don't.
Interesting.
They don't. And yeah, it's just
you definitely do.
I like my job.
Yeah,
I do. I love my job.
Do you think that's important?
I think that's important for any job.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's going to be a job. There's going to be days where it sucks and you're not going to like it. But I think if you have to go into something that you enjoy doing, what I like about my job is the fact that every day there's no day that's the same. There's always a new task, a new problem you gotta try and figure out how to fix it, or how am I gonna build this today? How are we gonna tear this down in a safe manner? Right? And I think for at least my line of work, you need to be organized. I think like if you're running a job, that's like one of my biggest pet peeves is when you're working for a guy who isn't organized. He doesn't have a like, okay, today we should do this, and so that tomorrow we can get this going. And right, you need to be thinking ahead and planning it out, and think like, okay, well, I need 2 guys to go do this so that tomorrow I can have this started. And yeah.
And you've worked for both. You've worked for organized and unorganized people, or no?
Yeah. There's always different guys running the job. Sometimes it's like when we were in school, you'd be like, how the hell is this person a teacher? They're an absolute like you end up going on a job site one day and the guy's just like dumb. He's like, I don't know. I feel like my big toe could run the job better than that guy could.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not like trying to toot my own horn and say like I'm amazing. Like I'm still learning. I'm still right. But
no, but it gives you a bit of, I guess, I don't know if excitement's the right word, but it gives you a bit of optimism to think maybe I could start something on my own.
Yeah. You could. And just like anything else, when you see things that you think could be done better, you just learn from it and try and keep that in mind, and think like one day if you're in that position to think back and be like, okay, well, I know that always pissed me off when I worked for someone like that, so I want to be better. I got to try and think not to do that way, and what can I do to change that in certain things. So, yeah.
How much input do the tradesmen themselves, like how much are they able to give to the boss? Like when you see these things, are you able to say, yo, this is super unproductive the way we're doing it this way? Will guys listen?
Well, I think it depends. If you're working for like a big company, maybe not so much, because the guy you're working for in a big company is just being told by someone else higher up than him. Yeah. And then there's also like engineers and stuff, and you got to follow their plans. Also, I know there's a lot of you guys who are engineers going to UFT. That's another topic.
Listen, yeah. Do you want to go into that now, or do you want to save that?
Yeah, I'm going to go into that right now.
Let's do it.
These guys, I feel like to be like a structural engineer or some sort of engineer who's making up drawings and plans for a construction site, I feel like they need at least like a year or two's experience on a job site, because a lot of the stuff I get, it's like, how the hell do you want me to do this? It's like they don't understand, like, oh, there's a beam here. And it's like, just take it out. Well, I can't just take out that beam, or like, I don't know. Or maybe I've just worked for like very bad engineers. I don't know. It's, yeah, they just, sometimes because they're just doing it on a drawing, right?
Yeah.
They're drawing it up. So they're not seeing it in real life or doing it in real life.
Yeah.
Like they do come in, like take pictures and measurements and stuff. But yeah, a lot of the times the drawing doesn't work out exactly how it can happen in real life.
Exactly. So, yeah.
But what was I saying before that? I like, you were saying something. I cut you off and brought up the engineers.
We were talking about unproductive people. Maybe if you, input that you can give. Like, will bosses listen to you? You say no. The big.
Oh yeah, won't. Yeah. So if you're working for like a private contractor or something, right? Yeah. Or like for a smaller company, I feel like it's easier because those guys, it's usually like one guy who owns the company, and like you'll have like maybe 2 to 5 guys on a crew that like work for him, like a small company. I'm saying, like, those guys are like your second family. You spend every day with them, all hours of the day, right? And so it's easier to be like, hey, I don't like how we're running this. Can we do this? Because that guy is going to care about his guys. He's gonna want to keep everyone happy and make things as fluid as possible for everyone. Yeah. Whereas in a bigger company, you're kind of just like you're the little bottom feeder who's just going to be swept under the rug and whatnot, right? So you just do what you're told, and that's about it. Yeah. When you're in a bigger company, but no, I think definitely the trades is a good space if anyone wants to go in and like start making money. There's anything you can think of. There's outside work, inside work. Like if you want to work inside all year, you can be a painter, you can be a drywaller, you could be a cabinet installer, you could be working in a shop making cabinets, you could be like, I'm kind of all over the place.
Why'd you choose carpentry?
Because I've always liked like woodworking.
Yeah.
I didn't really realize that carpentry is just it's very generalized.
Okay.
Like I do everything.
Yeah.
I do a little bit of electrical, a little bit of plumbing. Not really, because I'm not really. But like the other day, I broke a pipe because I stuck a shovel through it by accident while I was digging, and so I had to figure out how to fix the pipe. And then
that's huge. That's super valuable, though.
Yeah. And then like we pour concrete, I build forms for the concrete to go into, I frame, we like, as a carpenter, you're usually the ones running the job, and then you hire sub trades. So like you'll hire your plumbers and drywallers and electricians and everyone else, HVAC, whatever. So then you're just kind of like taking care of them. Mm-hmm. You're making sure nothing's in their way. If they need that wall taken down to do this, you'll do that. Or they need a hole here, you got to go do that. Yep. And then you're also like cleaning up the job site, and because electricians never clean up, they're lazy. But anyways,
shout out Troy.
I I didn't really know that going into it. I was just like, I like woodworking. I'll be a carpenter. Yeah. But like I like running the job and seeing how everything works, and like I feel like it would be nice though to just kind of like come in for like a day on one job and leave. But yeah, lately I've been working with a smaller company, which has been nice. It's just like smaller jobs and house renovations and such. So yeah.
So when you say like you're not coming in for the day and leaving, you're coming in for what?
Like a sub trade, they would come in and wire, like you'd hire the electrician come in, he'd wire up like your pot lights in this room and maybe 10, 15 outlets over there, and then he'd leave and maybe come back in a week to do something else, or right? Yeah. Whereas like I'm at the same building every day for months.
Yeah.
But I mean, usually you're doing different things every day.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So I want to go back to what you're saying about like most of the young guys don't have the work ethic. What is a good work ethic look like in your job, and what does a bad work ethic look like?
I think as long as you're willing to just, I've been told this many times, be a sponge. Just take in all the information that you can, and you just got to listen and do what you're told. If you can come in and just learn and do as they're like, if they're saying to do something and you like don't want to do it, or you're going to sit around on your phone or whatever, like, as long as you're learning and you're trying your best to like, and people will see that, I feel like there's well, like from like things on the internet and stuff, everyone sees like construction workers as like a hard ass or whatever, like they're gonna make fun of you and whatnot. They will, but most of the time they're doing that because they like you.
Yeah.
So I think as long as you're trying and you're listening and learning from what they're saying to you and showing you, because these guys, they will teach you. They love to just show you how to do things, and they will teach you. And if you're willing to learn, I think that's a good work ethic, and you're not showing up late and you're showing up every day. And yeah, I don't know. We've had guys who it's too hot and he'll go sit in the shade and he'll be gone for like an hour. You're like, where did this guy go? And you see him, he's hiding under the tree over there, or like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Sometimes the bar is quite low.
Yeah.
Just like do as you're told. You know what I mean? But then you can how many people do that?
What?
Like how many people are actually out there under the tree for an hour?
Oh, well, I don't know. That's only like that was just one guy, but
right. Or just like that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's just I don't know if it's just my like work like my work environment, but I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of dumb people sometimes. You'll find that anywhere. It's not just the trades. There's just stupid people all over the place.
Yeah.
Anywhere you go, you'll be some dumb idiot who just, I don't know. And
you know what's crazy is that, like, this is what I expected when I went to U of T. I expected to be surrounded by like the highest of the highest. Like,
that's how I see it.
That's what I was expecting, but that's not the case.
Yeah.
And this is something that I always talk about, is that intelligence and wisdom are completely different. There are so many idiots at U of T.
Yeah, you can be smart and still be stupid.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. It's crazy. And that's the kind of thing.
You might be able to recite everything from that book, but you know nothing about life.
Yeah. Literally. And like, I would come to you much faster for wisdom than a lot of the guys there.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. I want to talk more about that, about like, are you going to try to make it so that your kids go to university, or are you going to?
I think whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
My mom never really pushed that on me.
Right.
She never really said like, oh, you have to go to school or whatever. And I never really knew what I wanted to do.
Yeah. And that's the case for most of the people who are there.
Yeah.
Which is
crazy. I think that's another big issue, is these people, they finish high school, or they're about to finish high school, and they're like, well, I have to go to university. I have to go to college. Everyone else in my class is going there this year, right? Like, they're signing up. When do you sign up? You sign up in November?
Yeah.
Of grade 12?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, everyone else is signing up, and whatnot. It's like, I got to do it too, but I have no clue what I want to do. And then you end up going there, you pay your tuition and your housing for like a year or 2 years. And you end up dropping out because you're like, I don't want to do this. I don't even know what this is. Or like, because you don't know what you want to do with your life yet.
Literally.
And I think if you want to take, I think a lap year is a good thing. I think if you want to take a year to just like go work some small part-time job, whatever, save up some money, or I was gonna say like you could travel, but I guess nobody can afford that nowadays. But like go just explore your options a little bit. Take that year, figure out what you want to do. Like my buddy in school, he was a year older than me. Yeah. He didn't know what he wanted to do. He decided to take a lap year. Yeah. He took a couple extra courses. He hung out with us because he was technically in our grade then after that, right? Right. So, and then after his lap year, he was like, okay, well, I think I want to go into plumbing. And then he went and started doing that.
That's good.
Yeah. So I feel like if you wait too long, though, before like trying to figure out what you want to do, you're kind of handicapping yourself, right? Yep. Like you want to start making money as early as possible, I feel like.
Yeah. That's what I'll just tell you what they were talking about. I meant to bring it up earlier about how you said your sister's going to be in school for 9 years and you're making money right away. I had on a different episode, a guy was talking about the doctor's salary compared to the plumber's salary.
Yep.
And only at age like 39 or 40 does the doctor have a higher net worth than the plumber.
At what age?
40.
Oh.
So for all those years.
Yeah, that's like I was saying, right?
Because the plumber takes almost
the plumber's
no
going to start making money first, and then the doctor's going to take longer to make money, but then he'll surpass them eventually.
Because they have to pay for all that schooling.
Yeah, they have to pay back all their schooling. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's kind of like what I was imagining in my head there when I was saying that. Was like you're starting off sooner, but like eventually they will surpass, I guess. I feel like it's kind of the same. Yeah. If you're good with your money, and like me, I was 19 years old making $25 an hour, and I was like, oh, this is nice. And then I was 20 making $30 an hour, $32 an hour or whatever. Or no, sorry. Yeah, it was $30 an hour. And I was like, wow, this is a lot. And then you have all this money, and I wasn't very smart with my money. Like, not that like I went and bought like a bunch of stupid stuff or anything, but I should have been saving more than I did.
Got it.
Like I saved money, I got myself a car and stuff, and like I've been doing good for myself, but looking back, I wish I invested a little more, saved a little more. Like I put a lot of money in like cryptos and crap.
Did it work out?
No, no, man.
Did you get the main ones, or did you guys get like these weird coins?
It was like the meta coins.
Okay.
Do you know about that? Like, so like Facebook and like the metaverse.
Okay.
So a lot of the like I believe like the metaverses were like backed by different coins.
Yeah.
They were like a currency for like the in-game or in-world thing. I believe. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
So we were at a Halloween party, and I had just sold all of these coins I had, and my one buddy was like, "Oh, I just put like $200 in it," and it shot up from like 80 cents to like $2.50 at like midnight, and I was like, this happened. Like I was with this guy while it happened. I literally just sold mine, and it shot up to like $2.50, and he made like a couple $100 on it. And then I decided to like buy into it again the next day, stupidly, and then it just never came back up.
That's tough. That's tough.
I'm not good with that stuff.
Do you gamble?
I do the odd sport betting.
Yeah.
I never bought in a lottery ticket before.
No.
I've never been to a casino, but I do. I won $1,500 on a sports bet one time, which was pretty nice. $0.
Say what now?
It was $100 for joining the sports bet thing. Okay. It was you join Bet 365 or whatever the app was. So you join, and then you make at least a $10 bet.
Yeah.
Win or lose, they give you back $100 credit to use. So I took that. I won the $10 bet.
Yeah.
Took my $10 out, took that $100 and put it on like a 16-leg parlay on like all these different basketball games last year, and every single one of them hit. I would have made 2,500 or something.
Yeah.
But I got nervous and backed out at $1,500. I just cashed out and took the money, which was so.
Oh wait, but the one that you cashed out before the last leg hit.
Yeah.
But did the last leg hit?
It did.
Oh, okay.
It did. I could have waited, but I was like, this $1,500 right here from $10. I was like, I'm just taking it. I'm just taking it. I'm not risking it. Yeah. Smart. But no, that's about all I've really done. I bet on the Super Bowl just for fun. It makes it more fun when you're watching the game.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll just put like $25 down or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about it. I don't really gamble. Why? Do you gamble?
No, this is my thing with gambling is that I know like at university you'd be surprised, like it's kind of like at least the people I talk to, it's a decently big deal. Like most people I would say I talk to at least have done it once. And when it was first getting like popular, I got the app and I would put like, my thing was I would put $1 per game in the NHL.
Okay.
I did that for like not long, like less than a week.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever the games are, I just like pick the winners, $1 each, and like my percentage was all right. Like I think I was up something small. Obviously, when you're betting $1 per game, it's not gonna be anything crazy. But I think that what has helped me not get kind of hooked into it, because basically what I've realized is that I don't think there's anything as easy money. I've given up on the idea of easy money existing.
It's not a thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not a thing.
And I would like
nothing comes without you having to work for it.
Yeah. The crypto example for me is a perfect example for you of basically God teaching you a lesson and being like, you're trying to get a pump on some coin.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Nico.
Yeah.
So that's what I would think from that. For me, same thing with sports betting. It's like anytime that I tried to get back into it, like I did those few games and then like a month later I was like, I'm going to put $10 in. And I lost $10. And it was I just don't think it's not real. I feel like it's even if you do win, I feel like then you're destined for something bad to happen to you.
Yeah, like something good happened, so now it's got to even out. It's
yeah,
like,
exactly.
Oh, shit, I got to fall down the stairs later.
yeah. So because something good happened without you putting any good into the universe.
Yeah.
So everything has to balance, and you're gonna get.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
So
yeah, or it feels kind of like wrong. It's like, wow. Like when I got that like $1,500, I was like. Also, it was like this parlay was like over like a couple days.
You didn't feel a high from it?
I felt like I was gonna shit my pants every night. I'm sitting there watching like the first game it hit. I wasn't even watching the games. I'm just looking on Bet365, just like updating it nonstop, seeing like how it's going.
Yeah.
I'm literally sat there in front of my phone, just like refreshing the page like every night for like a week. I was doing that.
Yeah.
My girlfriend was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm waiting on this. I gotta wait on this." And she's like, she wants my attention, whatever. And I'm sitting here stressing out about this bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. It worked out.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I think for me, I'm surprised. Once again, I'm surprised from that because my whole philosophy, I was gonna bet on Connor McDavid to win the Conn Smythe Trophy, which he did.
Okay.
And I was telling my friends, I'm like, listen, you guys like betting? Put money on this right now. He's gonna win. And the odds were pretty good.
But you didn't bet?
No.
Why not?
Because
why were you telling people to bet on something you weren't able to bet on?
Because I'll tell you my philosophy. I think that the reason I haven't gotten too hooked into sports betting is because I've never really had a huge win. I feel like if
huge win there made me go, okay, never again.
I know that surprises me. That's interesting because I feel like for me it would be like I made 1,500. I can do it again. I'm smart. I can pull it off.
I pulled that money out and I haven't touched it since, other than the Super Bowl. I just put like $25 down.
Yeah.
But like, no, I don't know.
I'm worried about it. I just stay away from it. I don't believe in easy money. I think it's destined something bad to happen.
It's
So, anyways.
Do you think there's any other information that U of T students would like to hear about maybe working in the trades or anything like that while I'm here?
Yes, absolutely. I'm trying to think some lessons you should teach them.
Well, I don't know. I feel like I didn't really depict it in a great light. I mean, I know these...
Depict what? Trades?
Like the trades. It is hard work. You do make good money. You learn useful life skills. Like, I can go redo the flooring in this house or redo your bathroom or your tile, whenever you want, you can just call me.
Awesome.
I come do that.
That's awesome.
But
I do have a question.
Yeah.
Maturity.
Yep.
I have a question because for me, I feel like the main thing I was able to get from university for these first 3 years I've been in is completely changed my maturity level.
I think that's just age.
You think that's just so? My question is that
age.
With working in the trades, can you look back to your 12th grade self and be like, this experience has completely matured me?
I think that summer right out of high school, because I joined the Carpenters Union the September right after that summer. Yeah. So that summer I just took it off basically, and I just had fun all summer. We went on trips and did whatever, and I think so. Like that was like my last little bit of like, I'm a kid, woohoo, we're having fun. Like I still having fun and whatnot, but after I started working, because I started working nights. I went straight into working nights, and I don't know. I was working like an hour and a half away, and you're having those long drives every night after like breaking your back and like carrying all this heavy crap and learning all this new stuff, and like it's hard on your body, and you're driving home. It was really like the drives, because you sit there and you reflect. Yeah. You're like, and I think that's really when I started maturing a lot there, and you kind of think like, I don't know, it really feels like you like turn into like a new person. I don't know how it was for you, but it really like your whole state of mind changes, and yeah,
that's good.
I think that is just with age, because I feel like you hit that 20-ish, and your like state of mind kind of changes, especially like you guys going to school and stuff. You're out on your own.
Yeah.
Right. You're living on your own. Yeah. That I feel like that would be big one too. Yeah.
I think that might have been the main thing, is literally just like new environment, living on yourself. It's not like I didn't cook for myself. Obviously you have the dining hall and everything, but
like
a lot of
like things. I still live with my parents because I can't afford to move out yet. But,
right.
But yeah, living on your own would definitely be like a big mind opener. I feel like you're by yourself, or do you have roommates at your?
I had roommates this year. The first 2 years I did.
Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, actually, that's a good point, because, like, I guess we've made different. We've gone down different paths in terms of maturity. You're working, you're making money, you've already got your kind of career started, which is a maturity step I have not taken.
Yep.
And I've moved out of like the house, not because I can afford it, obviously. Like my parents are obviously paying for my residence, but just like I'm in an environment where I'm on my own.
Yeah.
So that's
you're in that
I've taken.
You're in that environment and mindset of like, this is like you're not in the shelter of being at home anymore.
Right. Right.
Like you're not under mommy and daddy's protection anymore.
Right.
You can get stabbed by a homeless dude when you're trying to go get some KFC at 12 at night.
Yeah, I was actually gonna. My mom flipped out when I even mentioned this. I was gonna say I should get a homeless guy to come on VoV, and she's like, "You're insane. Don't do that."
I mean, you could just interview him in the park.
Yeah.
Don't bring him to your residence.
Yeah.
And then like buy him some food afterwards and just ask him some questions. Just do like a little 30-minute vlog.
You could do that.
Ask him his name.
Yeah.
Give him $100 bill.
Literally. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah. Just ask him like how his story and like how he got there and stuff. I think that could be interesting.
Okay, so thank you for supporting it. That's the thing. I thought it would be a good idea. But yeah, don't bring him into the.
No, I wouldn't bring him into your school.
Yeah.
No.
What was I gonna ask you to?
Are you gonna ask me why I look so sexy?
I like the chain.
Oh, I've had this since I was like 16.
Didn't know that.
Yes, you did.
Nope.
Yes, you did.
I promise I did.
Oh, okay.
Andy's not had a chain since he was 16. No, since he was 12. Zambu has it.
You're right. What happened with that? What was the story behind
Troy,
that?
did Zambu have Andy's chain when you took pictures with him?
I don't think so.
Was he wearing it?
I don't know, but I remember at the soccer tournament, Andy come play with a chain, and I was like, Andrew, give me your chain. And he gave him his chain. And then Andy never saw the chain again. disappeared forever.
Wait, was this when we were like in Brampton? Like we went to that like we went to that soccer tournament like in Brampton or wherever we were.
I think so.
What happened? He's because were we not allowed to have like jewelry on or something?
That's right.
So he asked Andy to give him his chain. It just never gave it back.
That's it.
I'm pretty sure he was wearing it one day, and like Andy was like, Yo, "That's my chain, man."
That's funny.
Oh, like how many more years of schooling do you have left?
This is my last year. I got one more.
Okay, and then where do you think you're going after that?
I'd like to start my own work for myself in tech, AI. Maybe we should talk about that. I think this is the thing. I think AI is gonna fuck over. Sorry, Mom. A lot of these university students, because I'm like this summer I've been working with like ChatGPT. The amount of stuff.
I've never been on ChatGPT.
You've never used it?
No, I have no need for it.
It's crazy.
What's ChatGPT going to tell me how to frame a wall?
Dude, it's insane. Maybe
I know everyone uses it for their friggin' like tests and crap at
Yeah.
school. It's like,
Yeah.
just like, yes, it makes it easier, but you're not learning anything. You're the one paying all that money to be in class. Just friggin' learn the shit.
No, but this is the no. But I agree. I agree. But this is the point: is that now you have no idea. It's actually really scary how many skills ChatGPT has destroyed in an instant.
Really?
Like the guy who can learn how to write his own paper, that skill is useless. This thing works and it works well.
Yeah, I know my mom's used it for like her resume and stuff.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know you could do. It'll give you like a template for a resume.
Yep.
And you just like fill in the blanks, I think. I don't know. I've never used it. I've used the only AI thing I've looked at was
I remember what I was going to ask you. Sorry, keep going.
I think this was before ChatGPT even came out. It was a website that was like ran through a Discord server, I think, or something, and it was like a image generator. So like you could type in like we were typing like samurai standing or with a mountain in the background, and then it would like generate like these pictures.
Yeah.
And it was pretty cool. It was pretty sweet. And then I think ChatGPT came out like shortly after.
Is it called Wombo?
No.
Okay.
I don't remember what it was called. Okay. Yeah. I guess you could use it for porn too. I didn't even think of it. Everything gets used for porn. So
literally. No, but people are doing like there was a I saw on my Microsoft Edge news feed.
Yeah.
Do you use Google Chrome?
Yes.
Okay, so I have Microsoft Edge.
I know. You also, when you had your MacBook or your iPad or whatever, you'd also use Safari.
Yeah. I still do, yeah. But no, anyways, on the news feed, like one of the headline stories was the first ever AI beauty pageant.
AI beauty pageant?
It's these AI models that they create.
Okay.
And have Instagram accounts.
Yeah.
And you go and they made they found the prettiest girls who had Instagram accounts, but they were AI. And what these guys do is they make these profiles of models and wearing, whatever sort of revealing pictures, and they got their like cleavage out, whatever. Yeah. And the link is to the OnlyFans account on the profile.
There's an AI OnlyFans account.
Yes, literally.
No way.
I promise you.
Who's paying for that when you could just generate the pictures yourself?
No, but I don't know if you can. I'm
sure you can. You can do anything.
But these image platforms have made it like you can't ask those prompts.
Yeah.
Don't ask me why I know that. So, but you can't. So I don't know. Once again, I don't know how you would make it yourself, but like all of the big tools that
you call me?
all of the tools that you use to make images in the first place, like it won't make that for you.
Yeah. Doesn't Photoshop also have like an AI thing now? So like you select an area and you can type in like insert dog and it'll just like
Yep.
Yeah.
So it is crazy. Why am I forgetting everything? Oh yeah.
I don't know.
I wanted to bring up, do you remember the Photoshop app that you introduced me to in like grade 6, 7?
Yeah, I use that thing. I still use that thing sometimes.
When's the last time you used it?
month or two ago.
Yeah, I think it just got removed from the apps. No, it's been removed from the App Store, but I think it's like Adobe completely shut it down.
No, they mixed them all into one app now.
Which one is that?
Oh, I don't have it here. Let me check. I'm pretty sure they just mixed it all into one app. It's not the same. It used to be like Photoshop mix or something. Yeah, like cut and something. But I think it's just it's like an all-in-one now. Yeah, it's just Photoshop Express Photo Editor. It's this one.
Oh, I don't know if that's as good though.
It's the same thing. It's a little different. It's not the same as like the one we used to use, but it still does the same things. It's just everything, like the button layout and everything is different.
Interesting.
But yeah, I used to use that thing all the time. Remember we had to like make a story, and I like sat there for like weeks making those stupid pictures for our book that like we never even used.
I know.
Like I spent.
Did they print that out?
No. Oh, I'm not talking about
Not talking about the yearbook.
No. Like we had like that sci-fi can book that we made, and I went and found all these like pictures and was cropping them. Like I had like all these like stock photos of like characters, and then I'd cut them and like position their arms and everything in like different scenes and pictures, and it never got used for anything. Damn. And then there was also the yearbook. So Mr. Zambu made me do a whole yearbook. You guys would all be like sitting there doing homework, and I'd get to go take pictures of people. So I'd just leave, and I'd go take pictures of. I took like profile pictures, not profile pictures.
They're basically profile pictures.
That's not what that's not the word. What is
portrait?
Portrait. Yes.
Yeah.
Portrait pictures of all the teachers.
Yeah.
And then I went and I would just take pictures of like the classrooms and stuff, and then I had to like go during like special events. We'd take pictures of like stuff that was going on outside or like in the gym or whatever, and then I had to edit it all into this book with like I had to take each class and then put all the kids' pictures from the school year pictures and like put them all up and everything, and write descriptions for all the teachers and say nice things and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then once I was done, me and Mr. Zambu went on lunch to Staples. And then he found out it was going to cost like $56 a book. And he was like, no. And he drove me back to the school. And that was it. That's all that happened. All that work for nothing.
That's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
I should have got paid. I should have been paid for that.
You should have, yeah.
I put so much work into that.
It got you some time out of class then.
Mm-hmm.
The most, we won't talk about this for too long, but I was just saying that the most fun thing ever was when the five of us, you, Nick, Andy, Seb, and I got to go out of class to read science. And
when they'd stick us in the hallway.
Yeah.
And then we were right next to the principal's office. So
off
she would just come over and yell at us. Yeah.
All the time.
I'm actually going to be dog sitting her dog this week.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. He's
What
a puppy.
kind of dog?
He's a golden retriever. He's like 3 weeks old, and they're going to France.
Yeah. Interesting.
So I'm dog sitting him.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You have a dog too, right?
Well, it's technically my mom's dog, but
Okay.
yeah.
There you go. Something I was going to bring up, I remember, about school.
Yep.
Not to, once again, do this whole... Who's the podcast guy you watch?
I watched Two Bears, One Cave, which is Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura.
Yeah.
The comedians.
They're funny.
Yeah, they are funny. I do like the Impulsive podcast.
Yeah.
I do. I listen to it every now and then.
I recently watched the Donald Trump episode.
Oh, I did not watch that one.
Oh, it's pretty good.
I recently got into Warhammer. Do you know what that is?
No. Is it a show?
No, it's a tabletop game.
Okay.
Where you make these like little mini models.
Nice.
And it's like a war-based game. But you have to build the models and paint them, which takes hours. So I would just sit there and listen. I'd throw podcasts on, and I'd listen to yours and stuff.
That's awesome. Appreciate it.
I had thought about something I was going to say earlier, but I can't think of it right now. It was...
I can tell you my school thing while you think about it.
Sure.
So...
Yeah, tell me all about it.
Yeah, well...
All right.
So, for me, now I don't want to say this in a very like grandiose way about myself, but this is
grandiose.
Grandiose.
That's the type of words you start to speak when you go to U of T, eh?
There you go.
Grandiose.
Grandiose. I don't want to say
He paid
this.
for that vocabulary.
Yeah, I paid $15,000 for that word.
You know the vocabulary I learned at work?
Tell me.
You're gonna have to put in the like SpongeBob dolphin noise.
Okay.
Like shit, bastard, fucker, sucker, piece of shit, me in the ass. Holy fuck.
A lot of dolphin noises on that one, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mom.
That was just for pure comedic reasons.
No, I wasn't gonna say. Yeah, so I'm not trying to say this in a way that's like hyping myself up.
Yeah. Continue.
But
I'd like to learn.
something that U of T students who have talked to have said, who are unsure if they should do university in the first place, we're just like, the best way I can explain it is through an analogy.
Analogy?
Analogy. Yeah.
An anemone?
An
anemone?
It's from Nemo.
Yeah, sorry.
Classic.
Sorry.
So when we're all in elementary school and high school, people are like, all right, there's these big smoky doors, these smoky tunnels we can go down. Okay. And behind the smoke.
I forgot this was an analogy.
Yeah. Behind the smoke.
I don't know what kind of high school you went to, but I didn't have a whole lot of smoky hallways in mine.
Analogy.
Okay.
None of it.
Yeah.
So behind the smoke is meant to be the glory of university. Right?
Yeah.
The promised land. This is where you need to be,
yeah,
according to everybody, it seems. But you don't really know what's behind it. That's why it's like this mystery. It's like, what is university really? What do I get from university? And every student, there's a small door, there's a medium-sized door, and there's a big door. And this is, the better your grades, the more chance you have of going through the big door.
Yep.
And the big door is like the most exciting one. Like all the students are like, whoa, this is such a cool door. Harvard, what? MIT, U of T. I don't really remember people talking about U of T like that, but you know, the cool schools, the big schools. If you get into that, that's a big deal. The medium door is, you know, more lower level, or not lower level, but just like the average schools.
Yep.
I can diss on a bunch of schools if I want to. Let's just skip over that. Then you have, I'll say Waterloo. U of T and Waterloo have it's like an older brother, younger brother beef where Waterloo tries to, you know, put
I don't know
themselves
anything
on
about
level.
that. I was gonna say like Laurier, but
Yeah, sure. Laurier, Waterloo, basically the same level. So
is that Waterloo?
Laurier's in Waterloo.
Oh,
But that's a different school.
oh, okay.
Anyways, then you have the lower level schools.
Yep.
Which are whatever. I don't know. Not gonna.
Yeah.
Whatever. Community college, for example.
Okay.
And the better you are in school, the more you think I shouldn't pass up on the opportunity because I'm going to be able to walk through the big door. If I do good in school like me, who's a nerd, yeah, you got good grades in high school. Now you can go to U of T. Ooh, that's such an awesome idea. And I'm like, man, I don't want to pass up on this opportunity. Whereas if you were less of a student, like if you weren't like getting the best grades, you were like, I don't care to go to this low level school. I'm going to go down this path instead. I don't care what's ever behind the smoke.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So basically my point is that for the kids who follow the rules and are like, you know what, I'm going to study, I'm going to try to not party too much, I'm going to write in my book, they're trying to go to somewhere like U of T.
Yep.
The problem is that when they get through the door and behind the smoke, it might all be bullshit. You might actually you shouldn't have gone there. It wasn't as good as people were promising it to be. And this is something that I've kind of realized, not because the education itself is bad, but because there's so many students that are complete jackasses. And I'm like, if I'm getting the same degree as this guy, it doesn't mean anything.
Like people who are less
wise, but they're good at school.
Okay, yeah.
It's like this is
but it's a school. That's all that matters is if you're good at school.
I know that's all it's measuring.
Yeah.
It's measuring, can you show up at the same place for 4 years and do what you're told? Kind of.
Yeah.
It's not. It doesn't really tell anything about character.
It's like work, isn't it? You're supposed to show up and do what you're told.
Yeah.
That's what That's what society has made life, is it not? Show up and do what you're told.
I guess so.
That's what it always is.
I guess so.
But like, I don't know. I see what you're saying. But like,
I just don't think
like you have that. Like you're seeing that big picture. Like, oh, I want to go to U of T, and then you get there and like you don't know like what you want to be doing or like what you're doing there. Is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying that that people build it up before you go there, and it's like sometimes it's just I need to know for myself. I don't want to pass up on this opportunity and miss something.
Yep.
But then you get there and you're like, oh, it actually wasn't as amazing as they were saying. And it's for the thing is that it's amazing for a very specific person.
But you also have that name, right? You know, like now you can say like, I graduated U of T.
I know, but the thing
I
is,
went there.
I think that anyone who has some sort of bullshit detector, if I became an employer.
So if you and a guy from Laurier or Waterloo or whatever are trying to get the same job, they'll pick you.
I don't know. I actually don't know. This is the thing, is that now that once I'm graduated from U of T, my goal is to one day run my own show. And if I'm looking to employ someone, I'm going to know. Just because you have U of T on your paper doesn't mean shit. I was around all the idiots there.
Yeah.
I'd rather hire Nico because he's actually got a good work ethic, unlike you, who decided to go and do whatever in 4 years. Yeah. It's I don't know, man.
Yeah. I think that kind of comes back to like the work ethic too, right? Like if they're willing to
and this isn't about all university students.
I'm just saying like it's just about your drive.
Yeah.
I think that's all that really matters, and that's what makes you like a good worker or whatever. But I was gonna say was like I got good grades in school. What did they call? What was the different names for like the university classes and the college classes in high school? What were they called again?
Theoretical and right, théorique.
Yeah, théorique and
collégial.
Yeah. So I took the théorique classes like all through high school.
Yeah.
And remember we had like COVID, right? So by grade 12, I was like, what's the point? Like I knew I wanted to go into the trades. I had no idea how I was going to at the time, but I knew that's what I wanted to do. And I was like, I'm just going to take the college classes. I'll take the easy route for grade 12. Like I had good grades all throughout high school, except for French class. That was the only class I had a C in. But, I got to grade 12 and it was COVID, and I just spent like half the last year online sitting at a screen. I was like, I took all the college grade classes just to make life easier and just get through it and get it done. But, no, I definitely could have went to college or university or something if there was something down that road that interested me. But I don't know, none of that stuff is for me. Like I said, like I love what I do.
Yeah.
I don't ever feel bored or like dread what I'm doing unless I'm just sweeping all day, which happens sometimes. But like, no, I don't know. I don't know what other route I would have taken, to be honest.
That's fair.
I really do like what I do.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. We're back.
Okay. All right.
Awesome. We did absolutely zero planning in the break.
Yeah. Yeah. The battery died. We're like, okay, well, let's think of some topics, and that didn't happen.
One of the biggest. Yes. What? Were you going to say something?
No.
You're just imitating me. It's fair. The thing in the world that has the biggest out of all the things you have no control over, I believe one of the biggest things that impacts your life the most is the genders of your children.
What?
You have no control over it.
Oh, yeah, no.
But if you have sons, your life, if you have two sons, it's completely different than if you have two daughters. Your life changes. The entire trajectory of your existence.
Well, I agree with that, but technically with today's views, it doesn't make a difference.
Good point.
But I agree.
Good
point. Naturally, like if you had two boys, you're going to be like fishing, camping, whatever. But who's to say you can't do that with your daughter as well?
Right.
But yeah, I get what you're saying. Yes.
Do you think that?
I think you're just gonna just pass on the things you love and the things you like to do to your children, no matter boy, girl, whatever, right?
Yeah. But if you're like, hey, Susie, let's go fishing.
Yeah. Your kid doesn't want to.
She's like, I want to dance instead.
Fishy's gross.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then what?
Then you don't go fishing. I guess you're going to ballet.
That's the thing, though, is that I feel like as a girl dad, okay, when we did the best friend tag,
yeah,
I had 2 kids. I wanted 2 kids.
Mm-hmm.
Now I think I want 3.
Okay.
I think my ideal scenario. Maybe we could do that. Maybe we should like talk to ourselves in the future.
Okay. Yeah.
My ideal setup, if my kids are watching, maybe I'll manifest it, would be son, daughter.
Moon.
Say what now?
Moon.
Sun.
Moon. Okay, yeah. Sun, daughter. Yeah, that's
Good one.
I was thinking the same thing.
That's a good one.
That is my thing.
That's your setup as well. Because I'd like to experience both sides of it.
I agree.
I feel like having a daughter would be much harder.
I think you think that because you're a man. Because you're a guy, you think that.
You think so?
Yeah, because
I mean,
like
you have a better understanding of men's issues.
Like, I'm sure your mom would have liked to have had 1 daughter. I guess she has Troy, but
that's right. Yeah. Do you know Troy's name? If he was a girl, was gonna be Peta, like Peta Pitt.
Peta Pan.
Maybe. I'm happy I wasn't a girl. I think I would have been a hairy girl. I think.
You?
Yeah. I got hair everywhere.
Yeah, I can see
that. Yeah. So
you think that if you were born a woman, you would have came out with that same hairy Mexican genetics of yours? I'm not saying Mexican women are hairy, by the way.
I think they are. I don't know.
I don't think you could just say that
about all of the women in Mexico. I love Mexicans.
Me too.
They're great.
I did not insult anyone.
No.
I apologize if I've offended anyone.
Do people get offended on the job site? You ever make fun of a guy and he's like...
Buddy, I've been told, like, I'm going to get ripped before. Like, like, I don't know. Not really.
Okay. Got it. That's fair.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. Yeah.
Who knows?
There's been some very foul things said.
I can imagine.
Workplace. Yeah.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
There was a girl who posted on her Instagram story, "Nobody follow at Voices of Vic. They support ableism," because someone...
What's that?
It's people who make fun of people with disabilities because someone on the podcast used the word retard.
Oh, I think I said that already.
Yeah, don't worry. I won't put it in the trailer.
So somebody said, "Don't follow Voices of Vic," because who was this? Was this another small channel or something?
No, just some student at the school.
Did you find her?
Find her? No. I did. I don't know where she is.
I was gonna go somewhere with that, but we'll just nip that one in the butt.
Yeah.
Let's try to be funny, but no.
Nickel nip that one, yeah.
What?
Nickel nips?
Who's nickel nips? What are you doing? You grabbing a nickel? Nickel nip.
Let me get a close up.
Oh shit. Nickel nips. Buy them now. What were we talking about?
No idea.
You were talking about putting a girl in a wheelchair?
What? No. I was talking about my daughter.
So wait. If you make fun of someone in a wheelchair, that makes you an ableist?
It's not a real thing.
I haven't heard that, but I don't.
People have a lot of time at UNT, apparently.
I feel like I have heard that before. But like when I'm calling someone a retard, I'm not like making fun of a disabled person.
Exactly.
I'm just saying you're being retarded.
Exactly.
Like I say that to you. I'm not gonna go up to someone who's got Down syndrome and be like, "Hey, you're retarded." Like,
yeah, obviously, that's the thing that these people I feel don't get through their heads. But yeah.
like I still respect disabled people.
Yep.
Just like I'm fat, and I'm sure there's someone out there making fun of fat people. You know, I don't care.
Yep.
You can call me fat to my face, and I'll be okay.
I do make a lot of fat jokes on the pod.
I know, and it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
But it's all love.
It's all love.
It's all love and laughs. If everyone can laugh at themselves, the world would be a better place.
I agree. I need to make more Mexican jokes. I call in the women there, Harry.
I'm gonna stay away from that one.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's fine. That's fine.
Um,
No, but what would you do if you had a disabled kid?
I'd raise him like I would a normal kid.
You would?
Or not saying normal kid is that's kind of wrong. But like he's just raise him like anyone else. I don't know.
It's good.
Why do you keep bringing back the subject of kids?
I don't know. I want to have kids.
Yeah.
Like ASAP.
Yeah.
ASAP, but the conditions are obviously financial ability. So I'm not going to have kids if I can't afford
If you had
kids.
a a good living situation and a good income, you would have kids right now.
And a wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would have kids right now.
Yes.
Huh.
I really would. So understanding that, the inputs I now need are make money and get married.
Yeah.
Probably in that order.
And if you're done school another year, you want to start up a business that probably takes 5 years, and it's gonna take all of your attention. So that's why like it's like late 20s ish before you can really start doing that. I feel like, unless you're fortunate enough to
Get lucky.
yeah.
My parents got married at 22.
I was just talking to my grandma yesterday. She said she met my grandpa at 19 and they got married at 21.
Yeah. See.
She was telling me, she's like, you kids do everything backwards. She's like, when I was your age, you'd start dating, then you get married, then you'd move in with each other, then you have kids. She's like, everyone nowadays moves in with each other, has kids, and then gets married if they even get married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you think that it's wrong to live with each other before marriage?
No, I think it would be helpful.
Yeah.
Because, like, when you're married, you're together, right?
Yeah.
Always, all the time. So if you're living with that person, it's kind of like a little test run, I guess. I don't know. Yeah.
Trailer.
Yeah.
Preview.
And I think like a lot of people, they move in with each other, they get a dog or something, and like it's like you're starting your little family and like feeling it out and seeing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. So let's talk about, I wanted to talk to you about more stuff relating to friendship, because we've obviously been good friends for a very long time.
Yes.
What are the main things that you look for in a person to think, I could make this person a close friend? For me, there's two, but I'll wait for you to give your answer.
Never really thought about that. I'm kind of a more outgoing person, so like when I don't know, like in high school, I just kind of made friends with whoever I could. And then there's like the odd people who like don't like you or whatever. It's like, okay, screw you. I don't need you.
Yeah.
But I think just someone who's, I think a good friend is, I don't know, someone who's there, someone who you know is going to be there for you.
Yeah.
Who's going to listen, he's there for like the long run. I don't know, like someone who's got your back, someone who, yeah, you know, you can trust. So you know he's not going to be lying to you. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. For me, relating to that, loyalty. When I think of all my friends, it's either I consider them very loyal people or I respect them a ton.
Yeah.
And obviously the ultimate combination is if you have both. So for you, I would consider you a loyal person, and I also respect the fact that you're working and just, You've always been, I feel, ahead of the curve in terms of work ethic. Like even when you were in elementary, weren't you cutting grass? Most kids weren't.
Yeah.
That sounds like a thing that a lot of kids do, but surprisingly, a lot of kids don't.
There's a kid actually in town. He's been cutting my neighbor's yard since I think he was like 16. He had his dad's riding lawnmower, and he would drive it like from the next subdivision over. He'd drive it, come down. He'd come to like 5 houses on my street.
Yeah.
Right. This was when he was 16. I saw him the other day. He's like 18 or 19. I've never spoken to the kid. I just know he's probably done high school now. And he's gotten a truck over the last few years. He's got a trailer. The back of his trailer, he's got mowers and everything else, all this different landscaping equipment. And now I've realized the other day he's even doing so well for himself that he's able to hire someone else. He's got someone else working with him.
Damn.
And he just goes around and he cuts grass. He's been doing it since he was like 16, and he must be making good money because he's got a nice truck, he's got a nice trailer, he's got all the tools. But he's also when you're making good money, he's investing it back in yourself by like buying the tools and buying the trailer and stuff like that, right? So yeah, he seems to be doing good for himself. Yeah.
That's good. That's
He
important.
kind of took over after I stopped cutting everyone's grass.
Yeah.
And there was like a period where no one was paying for someone to cut their grass, and then this kid kind of came in and he's been doing good for himself. So
That's awesome.
I want to talk about music, but I don't really know what to talk about. But who are you listening to nowadays?
John Mayer.
John Mayer still?
Always.
Yeah.
Recently, I've been listening to some Mexican music.
Yeah, Troy was saying something about that earlier.
Yeah. Chalino Sanchez is his name.
You can't just hate on the Mexican women and then be like, I listen to Despacito.
Yeah. That's the thing. I've been doing Duolingo.
I have been too, but
Really?
I've been doing it for French that I took 12 years of schooling for.
That's fair. I actually am losing my French.
Yeah, I've lost it a lot.
Isn't that sad?
I never speak French. I ran into Mme. Larange at Jazz Fest. I didn't know what to say to her. I was
Literally.
like, yeah, it was bad.
It's
It was
crazy.
very bad.
It's crazy. And it's weird because I feel like you could never possibly lose English because that's kind of like your root language. Like if you moved to France and you spoke French for like 10 years, could you not speak English like pretty easily when you got back?
Yeah, I think you would just know it. Yeah.
I feel like because my thing is I think everyone has like a base, like a language that they think in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like so I think in English but I can speak French.
Yeah. Yeah. Same way.
So no matter what, whenever you stop, like my dad to this day, like he will sleep talk in Spanish.
Oh really?
Yeah. So I don't think you could ever lose your mother tongue.
Mother tongue.
Yeah, your first language.
Yeah.
But French, definitely I'm losing it.
Yeah, I don't know. I keep trying to like jump ahead to the later chapters, and then I'll like fail the freaking test, and then like, but I know I can do it, and then. But the worst bit is like I forget to put like les accents on the e's and stuff, and then Duolingo's like ner ner, and then, yeah, it's just annoying.
Yeah, John Mayer is an amazing guitarist.
He is
so good that sometimes I forget that he sings.
Yeah,
it's kind of weird to think about how you can have those skills combined. It's like smart and it's like intelligence and beauty. That's why U of T is very rare to find someone you're like, oh my god,
so
beautiful.
If you're smart, you're ugly. But if you're ugly, you're not smart.
That's a stereotype. But here's my thing, is that I think we can
intelligence
kind of
can also be beauty. No.
You know what I mean, though.
What?
Just like physically attractive people.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they're nerds.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Is your mic on? Yeah, it is.
Is it?
No, so my thing is that I'm not saying that if you're smart, you're ugly. That's like, yeah, the nerd stereotype.
I think you're kind of digging yourself into a hole here.
No. Let me explain. I think most people can agree that.
Continue.
They're not gonna hear me.
Sure they will.
You're rubbing the wrapper into the mic.
They'll hear you. Don't worry.
Okay. So I think we can agree that
How do I eat this? Quick and nip? What'd you call it?
Nickel nip.
So it says bite it and drink it.
Yeah. You just bite it off the top and you suck it down.
Whoa. Is it wax? What am I eating?
No, don't swallow that.
What?
Don't swallow that.
No?
No. You bite it off and then you sip of the red.
What do I eat?
You don't eat anything. You sip the red out of the thing.
That's it?
Yeah.
What is the point of this?
Nickel nip. You're supposed to drink it. What don't you get about it?
It just tastes like a freezy.
Okay.
Like freezy juice.
What did you expect it to taste like? Fucking steak?
I feel like that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
For like, that's so stupid.
It's meant to be fun.
It's not fun.
Why not?
Because I just like ate candle.
He thought he was supposed to swallow the wax of the nickel nip.
Nickel nips.
Bite them, drink them, chew them. You are.
Oh.
Supposed to chew them, but it's still wax.
What the f-
Gotta just chew it for fun.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
I think we can agree. I think most people would agree that beauty and intelligence.
Are we still talking about this?
Yes.
Okay.
You were wrapping up your nickel nips before I could make my point. Now I look like a bad person for the last 2 minutes.
I was trying to change the subject.
No, I'm not digging myself into a hole. I actually have a point to make.
Okay.
So, beauty and intelligence are both traits that people are born with. Can we kind of say that? You can get educated. Like everyone can be educated. And,
but some people are just naturally smarter than
Right.
others. Yes.
And obviously, looks, for the most part, is genetic.
Or you could end up like me and have neither.
No, that's not true. That's not true. You are a very handsome, intelligent man.
Thanks.
Both.
Continue.
You're going to have to do a lot of editing. You're making me work on the keys here. So, if it's random, if the odds of someone being born beautiful and intelligent is random, then
Where are you going with this?
let me explain.
I've been letting you explain.
So if the odds of being born beautiful and intelligent is random, then let's say if it's a 50% chance, let's just say that. Let's just say 50%.
Whether you're smart or you're beautiful, right? Is that what you're saying?
No, 50% you're smart or you're dumb, and 50% you're beautiful or you're
Okay.
ugly.
Yes.
The biggest pie, the biggest part of the circle is that someone's going to be one of each. That's
Okay.
50% chance.
Yeah.
And it's actually kind of fun. Then there's a lower chance that you can be beautiful and smart, and there's a lower chance that you can be beautiful and ugly.
Mm.
Now the problem is that I don't think it's actually 50%. It's like 10% of people are born really beautiful and 10% of people are born really smart. So if you were able to nail both of them, damn, this person got the 10% chance of being beautiful and the 10% chance of being smart. Very rare. It's like a unicorn.
Yeah.
So,
But it's like, how do you determine you can't determine the percentage on that.
I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Just by looking around at people, how many people, when you walk around, make you stop and be like, "Damn, that's actually a very good-looking person."
No one, because I am happily in a relationship.
That's a very nice thing to say as a boyfriend. I have gotten in trouble before for not saying that.
I have not.
Okay, that's good.
I hardly ever get in trouble.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
You can ask her.
Are you a simp? Are you a simp?
Of course.
Oh, okay. That's all right.
I actually got called that a lot back in high school. I don't even know like what I did. I'm just nice to people. I'm just nice.
To females?
Everyone.
Yeah. You are nice.
Yeah. I don't know. Whatever. I'll simp for my girlfriend all the time. I don't care.
You should simp for your girlfriend.
Yeah. Hashtag simp for your girls.
Plural.
Like them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
I want to talk. Let's go over some old stories real quick, and then we'll wrap this up.
Yeah.
Let's try and think of some funny What are some funniest memories of yours from back when we spent every day together?
I'm
Back in elementary school.
I'm definitely cutting this part out, but I remember in grade 4, the common insult was to call someone
In grade 4.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't remember that? I won't cut it out. I'll bleep it out. How about that?
Do you remember tetanus?
Yeah.
We got our tetanus shot in grade 6.
Did I start that?
I think you did. Yeah, we got our tetanus shot in grade 6. Was it 6? Yeah, I think it was grade 6. And then it was just the funniest thing. We'd be like, oh, friggin' tetanus. And we said that like all the time.
I got a gift for you.
You got a gift for me?
Yeah.
Is it a hug?
Yes.
Is it your love and affection?
Yes.
Oh.
I have 3 gifts for you. So let me go get the other 2.
Okay.
And on the way, I'll give you a nice big hug.
All right.
Actually, we'll just do it at the end of the episode.
Okay.
It's like in Christmas, you know? You wait till the end to give
Do you
hugs.
actually have gifts for you?
No, they're small.
Okay.
Like a little thing.
I didn't bring you anything.
No, I just thought of it.
I was going to maybe bring you like some
pre-planned.
drinks, like a Rockstar or something, but I didn't know if you liked those.
I've never had an energy drink. I feel like I'd get hooked.
You've never had an energy drink? Yeah, you might want to stay away.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like my crack. A Rockstar? Yeah. Oh my god.
Here are your stickers.
Oh, Voices of Vic podcast stickers.
And then
Sweet.
also,
That's going on my toolbox. What is that? No, I was gonna bring this up. This is the next thing I was gonna say.
yeah.
So, there was the tetanus thing, and then there was DJ day one day, and you and I were setting it up, and these like DJ mixers or whatever, they came from Long and McQuaid.
Yep.
They came from Long and McQuaid. And I don't know what it was, but we were both sitting in this room setting up this DJ crap, and we just could not stop laughing about Long and McQuaid. About my Long and McQuaid.
So stupid.
So what Carter has just handed me here is a Long and McQuaid keychain.
That was what, grade 7, grade 8? Grade 8.
Can I have this?
Keep it.
I'm going to use this.
Sorry, I know I should have got it again. I have another thing that you might remember.
Oh my god. I'm going to have another staring contest with the camera.
I'll be quick. I don't know if you remember this.
Is this mine?
Yeah.
No way.
I think you gave it to me a while ago. Maybe
There's
I
no way
stole it.
this is mine.
That's yours.
It used to have like a little dog on it too, didn't it?
I don't have the dog.
Bro, where did
I've had that in my room
had this?
for so long.
No way.
Yeah, man.
Here, what's this is that's insane, man.
It's crazy. I remember. It's literally just been hanging in my room this whole time.
That's so crazy. Why do you have this?
I think you gave it to me. I wouldn't have stolen it from you.
No, you wouldn't have stolen it, but maybe it like fell off my lunchbox or something. And you I don't know. Yeah, this used to sit on my lunchbox.
I remember.
I didn't even play baseball.
To reunite you.
I think I had like, it was like that little like groundhog dude from Mario.
Mm-hmm.
He was like this little like keychain guy I got from one of those things. Well, thanks, man. I wish I had brought you something, but
This is the gift. This episode.
yeah, because he makes so much money on these Voices of Vic podcasts.
Thank you.
You guys make sure to like and subscribe because any sort of impressions on this video help small creators like Carter. And if you like seeing this type of content for your fellow students and you like seeing these interviews, and make sure to drop a like and maybe leave a comment and let him know what he can do or who he should interview next. And yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
What other memories? I remember when I went back to Quatre Rivières with my girlfriend.
Didn't you go there? And I wasn't there because my mom sent me a picture of you and Seb.
Yeah,
You
that
guys
was a
went-
different time.
But that was a different time?
Yeah, that was a
You
while
just
ago.
go there? You just like go back there? What do you
Once a year.
actually?
Why not?
It's kind of weird.
It's reminiscing. Every time I go back.
You go inside?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I only went inside like once.
Yeah.
But I actually like just to the field.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's more understandable.
And normally with another person, like I'm not just going by myself.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
And off school hours too. Okay, especially with his mustache. So when I was there, the first thing that comes back to memory is that you and I, when we first get to school in the morning, would be outside in the field and we walk all the way up to the top of the fence and then walk back.
Yeah.
Ready for class.
Why did we do that? Oh, because it was like a good. Was it like it timed perfectly? Like you just
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
Just kind of wandered.
Are we artistic?
Artistic?
Yeah.
No,
Because I don't want to be.
Yeah.
What was it? Disablist.
Ableist.
Oh.
Yeah.
What would disablist be?
You make fun of people without a disability.
Yeah. Disablist. I apologize. I'm gonna get canceled. Someone's gonna find me and like, beat me with a baseball bat.
Do you ever think about that getting canceled?
I don't care. How are you gonna cancel me if I don't do
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's my approach.
Why does this microphone smell like my grandma? Did you get these microphones from Long and McQuaid?
Yes. That's where that's from.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Anyways, I feel like this has been a good talk.
Yeah.
Caught up a bit.
Yeah.
Do you have any
I thought we were supposed to get
thoughts?
lunch, but it's like 3, so.
We can get lunch.
No, you got dinner at 5.
I don't care. I can eat.
What can you eat?
You've smelled this mic like 10 times today.
It's just funny. People, let's just keep talking, and then you can like cut up the podcast, and then people will like the beginning of the podcast will be like midday, and the end of the podcast will be night.
Yeah. 7 hours.
Yeah,
That's funny.
7-hour podcast.
You need to buy some more batteries for that. But no, do you have any final thoughts? Anything you want to share? Are you turning off the? What is that?
I turned it off by accident. I turned it back on. I don't know. I don't really have any. I guess if I'm going to leave here with anything important from today, I would just like to say, I guess maybe if you are struggling and you don't know what you want to do in school, or if you feel like you're going down a career path that isn't working out for you, I would definitely suggest the trades, because it's done a lot for me. I love what I do. There's lots of things you can choose to work in, such as like HVAC, plumbing, electrical. Any trade is always going to need workers. Within the next 3 years, I think 500,000 men are retiring from the trades.
Damn.
So there's always need for workers. I would just say, yeah, I would consider that if you're willing to work for it. And I don't know. It's been nice talking with you, and I hope maybe I made some of you laugh. But no, it was nice being here, and thanks for having me. And make sure you like and subscribe.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Nico Russell, the one and only. Good episode. You might have broken the record. We'll see what it's like after
Broken
we
the
cut it
record
up.
for what? Sexiest contestant? Or I'm not contestant.
Longest McQuaid on
Longest
VoV.
McQuaid. Longest McQuaid. I got my medal right here.
But actually, you might have the longest episode
Perfect.
of all time. We'll see after editing.
All right.
But
Yeah, there might be a lot of cutouts.
maybe.
We'll see.
We'll see.
All right. Well, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. We'll see you next Sunday. Peace out.